My heart ached. 10 years had passed. 10 years since Alexander left, a promise whispered under the summer sky, broken by distance and time. I carried the memory of his touch, the echo of his laugh. His absence was a constant weight.
The invitation to the New Year's Eve party was unexpected, a grand affair hosted by a distant friend. Charlotte almost declined. What was the point of celebrating but a flicker of hope, a whisper of change, urged her to accept.
I stood before the mirror, a ghost of my former self. The years had etched lines of sadness around my eyes. Still, I held on to a sliver of hope that I might forget even for a moment the pain of losing him.
The ballroom buzzed with forced gaiety. Chandeliers cast a shimmering glow on the dancers below. Charlotte felt out of place. Each laugh, each shared glance reminded her of what she had lost. She found solace near the balcony, away from the revelry.
The city lights twinkled below, a million stories unfolding beneath the New Year's Eve sky. Each sparkle a reminder of dreams. Dreams we had built together, now shattered.
The night wore on. The countdown began. Charlotte closed her eyes, bracing herself for the bittersweet pang of another year gone, another year without him.
10, 9, 8, each number falling away like tears I could no longer cry.
The crowd roared, confetti rained down. Charlotte opened her eyes to the chaos, and then the world stopped. Standing across the crowded room, his silhouette framed by the twinkling lights, was Alexander, older, perhaps a touch of grey at his temples, but undeniably him. His eyes, the same warm hazel, found hers across the room.
Time seemed to bend around us. The music faded, the crowd a blur. All that existed was the space between us, charged with a decade of unspoken words, of unlived dreams.
He was by her side in an instant, his hand reaching out to cup her face.
"Charlotte," he breathed, his voice a husky whisper that sent shivers down her spine. "I thought I'd lost you."
His touch. It was just as I remembered. Familiar, comforting, electrifying. Tears welled up in my eyes, blurring his features. "Alexander," I whispered, my voice choked with emotion.
"I came back for you," he said, his voice filled with longing. "I know it's been years, but I never stopped."
Their lips met in a kiss as the clock struck 12. A rush of longing and regret, hope and forgiveness. It was the taste of second chances of a love that time could not diminish. As they pulled away, breathless and trembling, they knew this was not the end of their story, but the beginning of a new chapter. One filled with the promise of forever.